Hi guys, welcome back.
This would help you very much.
It would help me very much. Thank you. The Marriage and Family book. It's a very helpful resource. And
This lesson was
start
called.
talking.
What was the lesson called?
It was called Understanding Love. That was the first part.
Understanding Love.
So basically, in that lesson, Understanding Love, we highlighted that the foundation of any relationship is
God.
well, it's only as powerful as the.
This one is beating the odds.
Yeah, I know. We're just doing a recap.
I
Remember?
don't know.
Yeah, but you said the title was beating
It was called Beating the Odds.
with the factors and everything.
We were talking about the 5 different factors of.
Yeah.
Would you like to not block my light? Thank you. You're blocking my light.
You're blocking everyone's life, bro.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jovan. And
But we were talking about the different factors. There was the age factor, the racial factor, the cultural factor, the education factor, and the spirituality factor.
All in all, make sure you marry somebody who
Compatible.
is similar and well, not necessarily similar, but compatible, like Aaron said, and also understands you and what you're going through. Because basically, if you marry somebody or you get in a relationship with somebody that you're not compatible with or doesn't understand you, you're gonna have a bad time.
Okay, South Park wrestler.
have a bad.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Anyway, next. Sorry, Julien.
I was
Basically,
gonna say something,
yeah.
but can't remember what it was now. Something to do with Frozen.
I think I'll fill in that part though. When you're dating a person, you have to make sure that they have the same mission as you. What you like to do and what they like to do, that they're similar. You have to make sure that their long-term plans match yours, because we're talking about dating in the sense at which that you're planning on marrying this person. You're not dating just to be social about it, just because it'd be nice to have a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So.
We were talking about the different types of relationships. Unselfish and selfish relationships, conditional and unconditional, dynamic and devitalized, problem solving and problem centered, colleague versus counselor, friend versus parent.
Don't get into the bad types of these relationships because they'll be bad for you. You're gonna have a bad time. Anyway, so
Alright, but
friend versus parent.
the friend versus parent.
Explain what that's like.
In the friend versus parent one, it's not like it's one person's in charge, like one acts like the parent and the other one acts like the child, whereas that the one of them acts like the other one should be doing everything that they said, like a way a parent treats a child.
So basically, it means
in a regular relationship.
So basically, it's like, your spouse is treating you like a little child. They're basically condescending to you. You would so not want that in your relationship. Whether you're being the parent or whether the person's being like the child, you wouldn't want that either way, even if the power seems to be in your hands. So
a lot of these relationships also depend on the age plays a major factor in this, because if you tend to have somebody who's older than the other partner in the relationship, then you're gonna have a problem. I was about to say a bad time, but
Gonna have a bad time.
How many times are we gonna say this?
The older one is always gonna be like, yeah, this is what you should be doing, and always giving advice. So the friend versus parent, and also counselor versus
colleague.
colleague.
The counselor versus colleague kind of relationship is the one where
The person
one is
runs
only talking to the other person as
as a counselor.
Counselor.
So it's basically
And
they
move
run
on
to
past
you.
that point.
Yeah, and it's like they always run to you with their issues. You
and
tell
you
them
can't
out,
tell them your problem.
and you can't really
So
tell
they're always
them
telling you their problems, but you never actually get to work it out.
to work it out together.
Speaking
And
from
so
experience, not a good idea. I hope he doesn't see this.
yeah, but that's
Okay.
wow.
If you heard the audio podcast, I did discuss about one of my friends that we had a relationship that was like the colleague relationship, like we would discuss problems and give each other advice, and that was a really well relationship. But
It didn't evolve past that, did it?
It did, but there was one major factor in the way. Distance.
Distance. Okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did talk about the distance.
Yeah.
We did talk about distance.
The distance one. There was the fact that distance can work.
You just have to listen to it. You just have to listen to it. Oh, and I
Yeah.
apologize for the time. It was like, I think it was like 45 minutes for part 1. Like, that was so overtime. But
Yeah, so if you click either Renee's face or Aaron's face, you can get either part 1 or part 2. Because it
Probably like part 3 too.
and 4. Yeah, nothing's gonna be on my face, it's gonna be on their face.
well then.
Here. And subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe for one of these episodes. It's like gonna be like 15 of them.
Yeah, we're also on SoundCloud. I mean,
Stretch CB2. Subscribe to Stretch CB2 in the doobly doo.
and okay. Aside from what they're saying, basically the main source to get these podcasts are on SoundCloud. They're all downloadable. Yeah, totally check us out later.
All right, moving on with the lesson with our recap.
We're not done with that
we
yet.
also talked about, besides relationships where it's the 2 people, you also had the single by choice.
People who choose to be single, or I just want to be single right now phase. You know.
That's a completely different phase. That's a completely different phase. It's like, oh, I'm fine with just being single for right now.
Single.
I'm having an emotional baggage. It's invisible and not really there, but I'm gonna just say that because.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Basically,
Being
it's
single by
okay
choice.
To be single. Everybody says it's so cliche, but it's okay to be single.
It's okay to be single, and
Because
it's not.
it allows you to be able to do things that you really can't do if you have another person.
And chances are, if the reason why you want to jump in a relationship so badly is because, you know, like you've never really experienced that, chances are that people would. Yeah, you will have a bad time because it means that, you know, you're just operating off of what you see people doing and stuff, and so. Yeah, following a bad example
Because
is
you
not
can
a
really
good.
just jump into a relationship that's going to be.
Head first with no idea what to do, and you're riding on. Yeah.
And even if I just thought about this, but even if you do get into a relationship that it's completely new to you. Getting a relationship is completely new to you. If that person is the right person for you, they'll understand and they'll help you out. It's gonna be good.
Yeah.
Just enjoy the single life. You know, cook some meals up for yourself.
Not ramen.
Like-
Don't. That's not cooking.
Oh.
No, that's not good.
Yeah.
Order
It's
some
nasty
pizza.
anyway.
Learn to cook. Learn how to bake for
Yeah,
yourself.
go a week without buying refrigerated or frozen meals.
Yes,
and
try
buy
it.
raw
Go on
ingredients.
Ask.
No hot
and you
pockets,
can-
no TGI Fridays, spinach artichoke dip, nothing of that.
Yeah.
No.
I know how to cook. That's how I spend my
Yeah.
time.
Spend that week cooking rice, because if you're the only one
And just try to get to
making
know
rice,
yourself in general.
Yeah, learn how to take care of yourself before you take care of others. You know,
Learn how
like
to
when
fix
you're in
your
the
clothes.
flying, when you're in the airplane, and
Dry
they're
clean.
like, in case of emergency, if the cabin loses pressure, this oxygen mask will fall from the ceiling. Put your own mask on before you help others. Yeah, take care of yourself before you can take care of somebody else, because then you're gonna be falling and dying. The other person's gonna be dying too, and you're both gonna die. And
So-
you're not gonna have. a
And
good
the
time.
same thing pretty much works with relationships. So if you don't have your stuff together and she doesn't have her stuff together or he doesn't have his stuff together, yeah, you both are all going to crash and burn. Sorry for the bad news, but it's true. I mean, you're not strong, they're not strong, so therefore.
Because self-love helps you get ready to love others.
Yeah, you
Because
must
if
learn
you
how to
don't
love yourself.
You're gonna let people walk right on top of you, and you're like,
And walk all
But then
over
let's
you.
bring
loves
the
me.
Bible back in here. Like, think about the golden
Totally.
rule. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you, or love your neighbor as yourself. So if I don't love myself, I'm not gonna love you either. So you gotta learn how to love yourself before you can love others.
Yeah.
So with that, we're gonna wrap up this lesson.
This
Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow the podcast wherever it's going to be.
And with the lesson, with the
We
recap,
made the
I
time
played
slot,
soda.
guys.
Oh yeah.
We made the time
Sponsored
slot.
by-
Yes.
Sponsored by San Pellegrino Lemonade.
Get out of here.
It's awesome.
And it's
Cast.
not sponsored by anybody. Not sponsored by anyone. No one's paying me to do this.